whole life, and at the combine I'm 6'4" and 7'8". So I'm like, you motherfuckers couldn't give me one more eighth inch.
You learn a lot at the combine, man. You learn a lot, even about yourself. Like, oh, I had no idea I was that short. That's crazy.
I'm that slow. I thought I ran a 4.7. I didn't know I was running a.
Hey, you're telling me. You're telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, wanted to jump it off, man. Congrats on the year so far, man. NFC champs. You know how to do this thing, though, man. Obviously, you have literally the best run in playoff history at the wide receiver position, man, in terms of just stats and touchdowns and going out there and actually getting the fucking dub in the big game, man. How does it feel to get back to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. You just don't take these things for granted. I mean, we've all been lucky enough to be on parts of teams that get to the show and, make it happen, get the chance to play in the big one. And I've also been we've all been part of really good teams where, like, man, the belief is that you're there. You're going through training camp. You're like, we're going to the Super Bowl. Like, we know the work. Like, we have everything it takes to get there, and you don't, and you fall short. And so to be in this place, to be able to, week in, week out, find a way to get wins and get here, it's a special thing.
How has it been with the new team? Obviously, this is not a lot of people from the outside saw it coming. I'm sure you guys, seeing it from your perspective, had high expectations. What's the team camaraderie been like all year? How has it been being in Seattle?
It's been good. I mean, obviously it was a new experience coming over here with the new team and all that. But I mean, there was a belief early on, like you said, it was exactly what Mike McDonald said up there on that stage. We did not care. It was like this whole thing, like all the narratives, all this other stuff. It's like, no, we're just going about our business. We're going to handle our stuff. And it was that from day one, from OTAs on. It's like, man, we're just going to do what we do and get better and better and better. And it wasn't like this isn't one of those teams that I would have said day one, like, oh yeah, we got all the pieces together to go make this thing happen. It was truly like a slow build of like, hey, this is coming together and gelling, and the guys are coming together, the belief in one another, the camaraderie of the people, the energy of the locker room is special.
You could feel the energy in the fucking preseason, Coop. I remember playing you guys in the preseason, dude, and I was sitting there on the sideline that second half watching my guys try and battle your guys' like kind of like second and third string guys, and I'm sitting there, I'm just like, this team has the fucking juice. Like, these guys love playing the game of football, and they do it together. And it wasn't just the starters. It wasn't just the guys after that. It was all the way through the end of the game, man. And when you see guys loving to play the game together like that, man, having that energy, having that excitement is the start of it. And then from there, you obviously have great coaches, great leaders. You got to talk to us about a guy named Sam Darnold. How fun has it been fucking seeing that guy grow into
Tulo? What do you think of the Sean Mannion hire?
I hope that he can work with Jalen better than Patullo did, because I think that if he could work with Jordan Love and make him a top-tier passer in the NFL, I think that maybe he could work with Jalen better than Patullo.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
And he's done his research, man.
So, all right, what are we thinking about AJ? Are we still out on AJ?
I mean,
you were pretty upset after the game.
yeah, I was very upset.
Like, sometimes a couple weeks. What are we thinking about AJ Brown for next year?
I'm not still 100% sure. I think that we could definitely build an offense around Schmitty, but I think that having someone that we can like sometimes rely on in some big situations to just throw to, I think that we should still have him on the team.
I love that. He's a good player. I know he had a rough go.
Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs' legendary tight end, sat back in the dim podcast studio, a slight grin spreading on his face as he recalled the roaring energy and tension of football's greatest night. His latest episode tackled a provocative what-if scenario, the future Super Bowl 60, showdown between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. A contest already being hyped as a battle of strategy, willpower, and a dazzling showcase of generational talent. You want to know why Seattle comes out on top? Kelce toned, his voice carrying the weight of experience and the excitement of an NFL fan. Let's talk about what people overlook: the way football games get decided in the margins. In those tiny edge moments where preparation meets improvisation, in Kelce's vision, the Seahawks walk into Super Bowl 60 with one of the most dynamic offenses the league has seen in years. He described their quarterback, a tactician with the speed of a deer, someone equally comfortable, threading the needle through tight coverage and tucking the ball for a 20-yard scamper. He doesn't just read defenses, he rewrites their stories, Kelce remarked, referencing the quarterback's uncanny habit of sustaining broken plays and finding receivers on backyard football routes. New England, ever the juggernaut, returned to the big stage under a new era coach and a defense that thrived on confusion, disguise, and discipline. Yet Kelce pointed out, the mistake is thinking they can keep the Seahawks contained for 4 quarters. This offense is like mercury, it slips through your fingers just when you think you've got him trapped. What gives Seattle the edge? Kelce leaned closer to the microphone and painted a vivid scene. It's late in the 3rd quarter, the score deadlocked, both teams battered but unbowed. Seattle, he claims, wins not with a miracle, but with a series of meticulously planned and brilliantly the offensive coordinator, spurned by a couple of stalled drives, unlocks a series of misdirection plays, using the Patriots' preparation against them. Play action that feasts on New England's aggressive linebackers. Innovative pre-snap motion to force mismatch. It's a chess game, Kelce enthused, but they're playing with that running back, watch him line up as a receiver, then motion into the backfield for a screen nobody sees coming. Suddenly it's a 48-yard gain because the defense is a half-second too slow. A pivotal moment, as Kelce sees it, happens with under 8 minutes left. The Seahawks, facing a 4th and 2 in Patriots territory, elect to go for it. The tension is the stadia, a cauldron of nerves and hope, quakes as the quarterback takes the snap out of shotgun, feigns a glance to the sideline, and rockets a sidearm pass into a tiny window. First down. Momentum swings, Kelce tells his listeners, aren't made with magic, they're carved out by belief and audacity. The Seahawks defense, not to be outdone, takes its cue from their offense. Kelce reveals his admiration for their unit's swagger, honed by months of overcoming injuries, media doubts, and tape after tape of impossible assignments. A standout cornerback, fearless and fast, finally nabs the interception that changes everything. That's the secret sauce. You can diagram anything, but when your guys refuse to lose, when they trust themselves more than the circumstances, you get football like this. Kelce's real insight, though, is psychological. He asserts that the Seahawks' steady rally throughout the playoffs, their close calls and harrowing escapes, give them an edge no simulation or stat line can measure. It's the scars from Week 14, the lessons from almost blowing a 20-point lead, the cold sweat from winter practices you start to appreciate. Seattle's got the chemistry, the pain, and the drive. That's why they outlast New England. For the Patriots' part, Kelce doesn't shortchange their brilliance. He admires their defensive schemes, the precision of their route running, the iron-willed composure of their locker room, but he draws a line. Some Super Bowls are about individual greatness, others are about a collective rising. This one, it's a Seahawks kind of night. As the podcast episode draws to a close, Kelce invites fans to look for hidden stories, the urgent sideline huddles, the eyes of the quarterbacks, the nuance in how a cornerback shades a receiver or how a tight end, thinking he's just a decoy, ends up setting the block that springs a winning touchdown. That's why I love the game. He laughs warmly, voice echoing in earbuds and car speakers everywhere. You can think you know everything about how a Super Bowl will unfold, but in the hands of teams like these, there's always a twist, a moment you can't script, and a winner who proves it on the field.